Hi, I'm Jim Jubak, and welcome to this week's Trend of the Week video, how to sell in this stock market. If you're a subscriber to my jubakam.com subscription site, paid site, you'll have read a special report that I recently did entitled An Investor's Guide to Selling Over the Next 4 Months. One of the things in that guide is that I laid out a series of arcs that sort of describe the influence of different trends on the market over the next anywhere from 4 months to a year and a half. In terms of how to think about selling and buying and what to sell and what to buy and when, it's good to think about what drivers of the market are peaking and when they might peak. So let's try to look at some of that graphically. What I'm trying to do is to chart the influence of these factors on the market. So for example, we'll start with the Federal Reserve. Sort of looks like something like this. As we continue to go way out there and then it starts to drop off. Now what this is saying basically investors are looking at what the Federal Reserve is doing in terms of how to make decisions in the market. And this is, I think what we're talking about is a big influence on the federal of market direction and market policy that maybe peaks at the end of 2023 when we get to see whether the Fed is really serious about raising rates as many times as they think. The other part here, the other trend I'd look at is inflation. And this tracks the trend on the Fed pretty well, but it doesn't, in my estimation, drop off as quickly, because I think one of the things that's going to happen out here is that the Fed is going to stop raising rates. In other words, it's going to lose influence over the stock market because inflation will continue to be a big factor in people's decisions, because inflation is not going to come under control, in my opinion. Now, shorter arcs, which determine, I think, how you can think about making buy and sells, what I'm calling the pandemic relief arc. And that's getting slowly untracked and then peaks, I think, really as an influence on the market somewhere in there. So basically, if you're thinking of selling, you might want to say, oh, okay, so in terms of, I've got a stock that I think is going to be a big beneficiary of that trend, that influence on the market. So I might not want to sell while that trend is materializing. Okay, let's look at another one. The Ukraine war, a longer lasting short-term trend. I think we're going to see this. I can't really continue to figure out how far out into 2023 it goes, but I think this is a big deal for a way. So I'd say that buy and sell decisions influenced by that. So energy prices would still be a factor to consider when you're making buy and sell decisions into 2023. Another one of these would be China. Here you're looking at the influence of say the pandemic, and then it drops off, maybe something like that. Because right now you've got the pandemic shutdowns really strongly influencing growth in China, and people's worry about that. And I think it'll take a while for people to get over the sense of China as being in constant shutdown mode. And I think by the time we get to, say, early 2023, people will be saying, well, we're back to whatever the stable growth was in China, that's what we're back to. And the last one is chip shortage. And here, I think we're looking at something that looks maybe like this, and then starts to drop off again into 2023. And again, it's not at all quite clear when we're going to build enough chip plants to make up for the shortage and when the auto industry is going to have enough. But if we look at how long it takes to build a fab and where people are, being Taiwan Semiconductor mostly are in terms of constructing new fabs, I think we're going to see this becoming less and less important as we go into 2023, and it looks like the chip shortage is ahead. Okay, so that's my take on what trends you ought to look like and what arcs you ought to look at in terms of buying and selling. It's not that simple to put those into practice. I've put a lot of thought, verbiage at least, into that special report. So if you want to read something about when how this might affect financials or chip stocks or auto stocks, and when, you're going to have to subscribe to my site and at least get my opinion. So anyway, the link to that is down below, jubakam.com. If you are a reader of my free site, jubakpicks.com, you've gotten in recent days a number of discount 20% off offers for that. Use one and subscribe. If you don't like it after 10 days, you can always cancel and we'll give you your money back. Okay, thanks for watching. And please, if you like this YouTube video, please like it. Subscribe to my YouTube channel. Thanks very much for watching.